Good morning, Hojo staff, students, and families. Yatepen. Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Our voices are off and our bodies are still. Eyes are on the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Happy Friday to you. It is October 23rd, and we do have a birthday today. Cadence is having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Cadence. And tomorrow, Raymond's having a birthday. Happy birthday, sir. And on Sunday, we have Carter having a birthday. Happy birthday, Carter. And Deanna. Happy birthday, Deanna. I hope all of you guys have a great weekend celebrating with your families and eating lots of cake. Okay, let's listen to some music. Mrs. Neff has given us the selection for this week. Do you remember what it is? I'm going to play it. You tell me what we're listening to. Okay, friends, what were we listening to? Hungarian Rhapsody number 2 by Franz Liszt. Nice. How about we listen to at least one selection from the past? How about this one? Do you remember? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it's Eine kleine Nachtmusik, or Serenade number 13. How about this one? This one's hard. Do you remember? Do you remember that one? It's the Minute Waltz by Chopin. That was from last year. Hopefully you remember that one. Okay, our poem this week is a short one by Edward Hersey Richards, and it's called The Wise Old Owl. That's right. A wise old owl sat on an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we like that wise old bird? Do you know people who are wise? So what does it mean to be wise? It sort of means that you're kind of smart, but smart because you have learned lots of things. That you know how to make good decisions because you're using a lot of information that you have learned over the years. So we're all striving to be wise, to make good choices. Okay, how about our artist of the week? Diego Velasquez, that's right. And we actually get to see what he looked like even though he lived 400 years ago. Diego Velasquez. And who is he famous for painting? The King of Spain, right? In brown and silver. And the King of Spain was Philip the Fourth. And this is what he looked like. That's right. And he also was famous for painting people who were important at the time. Remember, sometimes the people who could afford to have their portrait painted were people of the church. And it was Pope Innocent X in 1650, almost 400 years ago. And remember, he had a servant. Do you remember the servant? Juan Perea. And he took his likeness. He painted a portrait of his servant, and then he taught him how to paint, and he became an excellent painter as well. There he is. If we had lived in 1650, we might be able to see him and recognize him from his painting. Now the last one for the week is Velasquez's probably most famous painting, Las Meninas, painted in 1656. Now in this painting, he takes a portrait of the King and Queen of Spain again, but you can barely see them. And he took their portrait from them looking in a mirror at the people in their court, so their daughter and some other people who lived there, and he has his own portrait of him painting the King and Queen of Spain and their family. So this is one of his Velasquez's most famous paintings. Do you see here? You can see their daughter, but here you see Velasquez. I'm trying to do this backwards. Velasquez over here painting it. It's hard to see, but there's a mirror right here, and you can see the King and Queen looking out the mirror at all of the goings on here and with their daughter, and that Velasquez is painting their daughter's portrait. Interesting. We have a big copy of this one at the school, and when we come back to school sometime and you go to the art room, you'll be able to see that. Interesting. What's the name of our artist this week? Diego Velasquez. That's right. So we don't forget other things that we've learned. Last week, School of Athens by, or was it a couple weeks ago? Raphael. And this is Renoir, Two Sisters. Leonardo da Vinci. And the name of this one is The Last Supper. And how about this one? A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte by George Seurat. Nice. Okay, let's talk about the Bill of Rights and the 10 amendments that we're learning. Let's do the first 3 amendments together, and then we'll slow down with the 4th amendment and you repeat, okay? So the first amendment, say it with me. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Right. Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Third Amendment. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner prescribed by law. Okay, Fourth Amendment. I'll say it, you repeat the phrase. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized, right? When it says Congress shall make no law, what's Congress? Congress is the group of our representatives, senators, and representatives that meet in which building? U.S. Capitol building. That's right. Right. So let's redo the Fourth Amendment together a little faster. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Right. All of these things that we're learning, these amendments that were added to the Constitution, are to protect the citizens of the United States. Because remember, we the people are the government, right? The people who are in the legislature, who are in Congress, our representatives, work for us. The president works for us. He can't boss us around, no, because we have our constitutional rights and he can't take those away, right? Unless we all vote to change them, because it's we the people. So don't forget, make sure everybody in your family who is over 18 or friends have one of these stickers. Make sure they vote. It's very important. Otherwise, those rights can be taken away. So we have to make sure we protect them. Okay, friends, report cards, cross my fingers, should go out today. We have them printed. Sometimes we run into some logistical problems, but we're hoping that those go home today. If your student is in school, they should be in the backpack. If they are not in school, then we will probably most likely mail them to you today. So be looking either in your child's backpack or the mail. And if we miss the cutoff for the morning, we might just put them in the mail for the afternoon. So be watching for them. Our materials for quarter 2 are here. And I know lots of families have come in to pick up, but if you haven't, we have materials here. And don't forget, those of you who signed up for French and Navajo will have those courses on Canvas. I believe French is up and running, and I'll have to double check to make sure that Navajo is up and running on Canvas. Because we have it in our Power School here at school, but then we have to put it on the state site, the Canvas site. And also art for our upper grades, 4th and up, and also Latin. If you are a student in 6th and 7th grade, you're given an opportunity to learn Latin. That's a great opportunity, because if you ever want to be a scientist or a lawyer, or have some options to do whatever you like because you have a great understanding of the language that comes from, a lot of our words come from Latin roots. And so by learning Latin, it'll make you smarter and then wiser in order to make better choices. Okay, friends, that's all we have for today. So let's say our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today and a great weekend.